Okay, cool. What's up, everybody? I'm Najir Chambers of Big Gold Belt Media. Jaboukie and Peter, how's it going today?
What's up? It's good. It's good.
Hi, pretty
Nice to
good.
talk to
Thanks
you.
for having us.
We're gonna have some fun today. I'm just letting you all know that.
Okay.
But
Okay.
before we get into the fun, I want to know, like, how did you two sneak in another project with already a very busy slate? Jaboukie, you got Come On in theaters November 19th. Peter, you're a stand-up comedian, and you got Dealing with Dad. How did you all make this work?
What's great about animation and voiceover is that you whenever you can sneak in time in the booth, like you can do it in pieces. So yeah, like I think, and a lot of this was also shot over quarantine. So shot, recorded, I guess. Yeah. No, I actually shrunk myself into 2D. But no, it was great. It was great.
Yeah, for sure. When the quarantine hit, I think it was right when we were going into like the first table read or something like that.
Yeah.
It like coincided, and they sent over a mobile booth for me. Did you do it in a mobile booth, Jaboukie?
Yeah.
Like that, that box, right? So we did all the first season in that. So and then like Jaboukie said, you could just kind of schedule when you need to go into the studio to record. So it was cool.
Dope. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention real quick. Is it okay if I tell Skylar that I got these from you? And you think I'm cool enough now to be a part of the crew?
Red Octobers?
Yeezy 2 Red Octobers.
Oh my God. Yo, you are in the crew.
And I got a handle. My handle is 2 Chains. It's a play off my last name. So I'm good, right?
That's good. Right, you're good. Awesome. You're in.
All right, bet. Just wanted to make sure before we go any further. So, Jaboukie, I looked it up. They said you're all 27. And Peter, the internet says you're 63, but I had to kind of do some digger.
They are correct.
You're 38, I believe. And what I want to know is, was the lingo a challenge for you to dissect, or have you already kind of been fully immersed into the culture and the lifestyle, especially the sneakerhead community?
I mean, the sneakerhead community, I peeped those Red Octobers off of, listen, like on my computer screen, that was like 16 pixels right there. And I noticed, so like, I know what I'm talking about with sneakers. So like, I grew up like, so I was on the Kanye to the forums, like I was really in it. Like I was very obsessed with it. So I knew that, but then also I think that, social media has like, kind of accelerated lingo and like slang to the point that it becomes self-parody in like a matter of weeks. So I think the show also kind of like leans into that as well, whereas like sometimes you'll hear people like talking, it's like that verb and noun, the verb and noun agreement, they didn't line up there. That word is actually not an adjective. So I think that like there kind of is, for better or for worse, like no right and wrong way to use a lot of lingo nowadays, because the grammar of it just flies out the window very quickly. So
it's almost the confidence more than anything.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, unlike Jaboukie, as you have said, Najir, I am 71 years old, and it took a lot for me to figure out what the hell was going on. And also, when I was a kid, I was like a D&D nerd. And I did not know anything about fashion or follow hypebeast culture. I wore, ponies from Payless BOGO, you know what I mean? And I didn't even have buy one, get one. I got one and my little brother got one. So like we were not up on fashion or any of that. So learning about all of this through the show was very cool. And the lingo, I learned a lot of cool lingo that now probably is outdated. So
I tell you, man, these millennials, man, I don't even know if I'm even a sneakerhead nowadays. The way how things just constantly change and new lingo, and every week is a new shoe. And I'm just like, I still have those, and they're being re-released. And you're like, oh, Travis Scott got this and that. It's tough. It's a tough game out there. So Peter, I want to ask you about one particular episode that seemed to kind of dove into the Korean culture. I want to know, was that was the depiction of that episode, was it exaggerated? And also, how much input did you have in regards to the tone and the jokes, especially since it's pretty much the martyr of your stand-up comedy?
Sure. Great question. I thought when I first read that episode, you're referring to episode 7, I'm assuming, right? Where
yes.
Yeah. I thought it was so authentic. It was also written by a friend of mine, Korean writer, Connor Shin. And we have that very specific church Sunday getting trapped with all your church people thing. And I don't want to like ruin it for people who haven't seen it yet, but it is super authentic. And they, the writers and producers really pushed me to like speak in Korean and put my 2 cents in and improvise jokes and stuff like that. Of course, it's absurd. Like it's our show and we go to absurd lengths, but the core of it is very true and authentic. And I was super happy about that. And representation wise, like there's nothing like that out there. Not in the like, in the live action world or in the animation world. Like you don't see that in feature world. So like I was super happy to see it.
That's awesome. Appreciate that answer a lot. I've been trying to figure out how I was going to ask this question, but we're just going to go full tilt.
Just do it.
What is the ideal scenario and environment to enjoy the series?
Wait, what do you mean? Like your place and time?
Yeah, like place, time, mood, vibe, all of that. What I want to hear it. What is the perfect atmosphere to enjoy this?
Speaking for myself, probably go to and watch the show. That's what I'm gonna do. But that's just speaking for myself.
My bad.
Ditto.
But I also think that Fairfax is enjoyable for all members of the family in any state of consciousness.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
But for me, I
will. We gotta connect.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I feel like one of the themes of this series is it's like you said, it's kind of a parody of his own, but it's the struggle for clout, which is a realistic thing. I think us adults here at the table now, I think we kind of outgrew that, but it is a very conscious thing that's happening, and it's breeding all sorts of different types of directions within the community. I just kind of wanted to know, outside of the long line, what would you say the overall tone that you feel the show is, and or what is the message you want folks to take from after watching this?
I think that the clout journey is the mutuals that you made along the way. It's not about getting the clout. It's about the mutuals that you make along the way. I think that really is it.
That's awesome. I love that. Yeah.
Also, Amazon, if you're listening, feel free to use that as a promotional. Yeah.
That's great. I echo that. At the end of the day, it's a fun satirical look at what the young people and chasing cool and chasing clout is about. But at the core of it, it's about these 4 friends who, when I think back to middle school, like beyond like needing to wear Jinko jeans or getting that chain wallet to feel grunge, I'm dating myself. But beyond all that, it was like my core group of friends, my crew that I hung out with and just spent all day talking and doing nothing. And you've seen the show. There are like a couple of episodes where they just hang around at each other's houses, in each other's rooms, and I thought that really hit the nostalgic button for me.
Oh, all day. Well, folks, I'm already excited for season 2, where the new enemy is going to be the sneaker app. Because if you are a sneakerhead, then you know the gripes with that one. And Amazon, if you're listening, that's my pitch. but Peter and Jaboukie, fantastic job in this series. I can't wait for the world to check it out. And it's been a pleasure to talk to you two today.
It's great talking to you.
Pleasure's ours. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.